Hi, I'm Natasha Lockhart. Today we'll introduce you to a few of the most important people in our lives.
I'm Afro Danes. They have sacrificed a lot for us.
And I'm Stacy Beck, and now we get to spend some quality time with them.
That's right, you'll meet our mothers coming right up on Studio Chatter. Welcome to our Mother's Day edition of Studio Chatter. How are we all doing?
Marvelous. Absolutely marvelous.
Happy belated birthday.
Oh,
How
thank
was your
you so
birthday?
much. It was fantastic.
Good.
Just,
Good, good.
Another year
That's
in
right.
the books.
Oh, don't look a day over 30, darling.
Well, trying.
I'm so
really
excited
good
to
serum.
meet your moms.
Yes,
This
it's
is gonna
going to
be
be
fun.
so much fun.
know.
Well, just jumping right into it then, let's get to some stats
Oh, really?
about
Okay.
mommies.
I love mom stats.
I do
Yes.
too.
Do you know how many mommies there are in the world right now?
I don't.
2 billion
Is
in
that
the
all?
in the
Really?
just 2 billion in the world right now. 82.5 million of those moms
Yeah.
in the US.
Oh.
First time moms. The average age of a new mom right now. Guess what that is? Changed a little bit over the
Worldwide
years.
or in the States?
Just I think just average age.
Okay, I would think 25.
Wow, you're good.
That's a bit off.
Oh, is it?
Yep, 25 versus 21 in 1970.
Is that in the
So-
state of Utah?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so that's gone up a little bit.
Yeah.
So,
I always thought 25 would be the perfect age to start a
Yes.
family.
did you? I thought like maybe 28, just a little bit higher for me.
Maybe it was getting married at 25. That all went to the window.
But now you're living the dream. So there you go.
Yeah.
So kids nowadays, so modern moms average 2 kids nowadays. That's like the average.
Okay.
That's the average family size. In the 1950s, that was 3.5 kids. So that's gone down. And I would imagine that probably has something to do with economics.
I would think so.
Yeah. In the 1700s, just 7 to 10 kids was the average family size. So dramatically reduced a bit.
Yes.
And probably, some medicinal reasons have probably improved a little bit over time too. So
But they probably lost half those kids.
I'm sure coming across the plains and disease and yeah.
Yeah.
Illnesses.
4.3 babies are born every second.
No way.
Wow.
So yeah, lots of new babies still coming into the world.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Crazy.
speaking of my birthday though, so
Yes.
our first nanny rather, just had her first baby. So that was super exciting for us.
Oh, she
So-
had it on your birthday.
no, she didn't have it on my birthday, but so in a way, I guess I'm kind of a nanny grandma. So that was really exciting for us
Oh,
too.
that's
But just
fun.
in this past couple of weeks, so that was really super exciting. And I guess in conjunction with that, working mothers.
Yes, I've got some stats. Where are you getting your stats from, by the way? Just...
Happyworker.com.
Oh, okay. Just for any of you who want
Yeah, if you want to take a look at this on your own to peruse,
we're not
yeah.
just making this up, right? Are we?
Okay.
So there are 72% of mums with children over 1 year old, about the same as childless women, they're saying here.
Wow.
Versus 39% in 1976 women who used to go to work or who work. So there's 72% of mums now work compared to in 1976 it was just 39%. Look
That's doubled.
how
Yeah.
high that is.
So I would, contributing probably to the entire household. So you work with children. I work with children.
Yeah.
When you were raising children, you did not work.
I went back to work once my youngest was in first grade.
Okay.
But then I worked at nights at the Gap.
Awesome.
I went in at 9 o'clock at night after putting the kids to bed and did markdowns on the clothes once or twice a week.
For the discount.
For the discount. It was the loveliest job.
I bet.
Like 9 to midnight.
Yeah.
So
Very
that was my
good.
job. So I don't want to say I didn't work.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
I got out.
Very good. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what else can we say? So 55% of mums with a child under 1 year old versus 31% in 1976. So the statistics I gave were for, going back to work after a child was 1 year old. I didn't go to work until I think my youngest was probably 3.
Oh, okay.
My oldest was 10. But,
So you stayed at home for a little bit.
I did, yeah. And that was my intention. And then, anyway, mums with a full-time job spend 13 hours working at the office or at home on family chores.
Yeesh.
Mother's work is never done. But,
Yeah.
whether you work or you don't. They say that working mums who work full-time do more work because they still come home and, unless your home is different,
Right,
you
but
still
you're doing
take
work.
on. Yeah, you still come home, you're looking after the kids and doing all the
sure.
other stuff, right?
Starting dinner and throwing in that batch of laundry.
That's
Yeah.
it. Right.
Bada bing, bada boom. Get your reading done. Let's get it done. Let's go.
Exhausting. Exhausting being a mother. Okay, let's talk about babies.
Yes.
Diaper changes. 7,300 diapers by your child's second birthday.
No way.
So
That
let's get
many.
them
I
potty
believe that.
change.
Yes.
Potty
My word.
trained their second year.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Who is counting?
I know, right?
Who is counting those?
Someone out there is. Diaper changing speed.
Whoa.
Moms take 2 minutes and 5 seconds.
Wow.
Adds up to 3 40-hour. Wow. 3 40-hour work weeks each year.
Whoa.
Versus 1 minute and 36 seconds for dads.
How'd
They
they
want to
do
get
it?
out of there,
Yeah.
huh? And giving attention. Preschooler requires mom's attention once every 4 minutes or 210 times a day. No wonder you're so
Yes.
exhausted,
Yes.
Natasha.
Yeah.
210
Times that
a day.
is so true.
Is that
thank
enlightening?
heavens, yeah, thank heavens that we have some help. There's a lot of truth to that.
Yeah.
I totally
Oh
believe
my
that.
God.
But they're learning so much and taking so much
Yeah.
in. So
Yeah.
wow. That's crazy. So the funny part to me in all of that though is that a man can change a diaper so fast. I would just love to know what they're actually doing in the bathroom with themselves when they're in
When
there,
they're
like in their reading and like
Exactly.
with their
Wow.
device.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway,
that's funny.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Hello.
Get out here.
Oh gosh. All right. We're getting the cue to move on. They must not want to talk about the man time anyway. All right. Coming up next, our mothers will join us, and you certainly don't want to miss this. Welcome back to Mother's Day on Studio Chatter, and you can see our table is full. Welcome our moms to the chatter. Yay, welcome moms.
Welcome.
Okay.
This is gonna be fun.
Yes,
It
it's going to be
is.
so much fun. And actually, Stacey, let's start on your end and introducing your lovely mother.
So this is my lovely mother, Beverly Lowe.
Welcome,
This
Beverly.
is my lovely mom, Ikosia Ifa.
And this is my lovely mother, Lorraine Brown. Thanks for joining us.
So
much
how is
fun.
it so far?
Traumatizing.
So I think it's interesting that they've all said they wonder how we can be so chatty and they're so quiet.
Yes.
She's not quiet. Is your mom quiet?
I don't think so.
We thought we were
we
quiet
are.
until we got together, and then
We are so opposites. She's, you know.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you're quiet. I was like,
Oh, I'm really
honey,
quiet,
no.
right? Yeah. And then some people always say, really? It's like, really, your mum? What happened? Or, what? Yeah, people just go, what happened? What did you do to her?
Maybe she's traumatized.
No.
Sorry, ladies. So we have a gift for you. You can fight over what flower arrangements you want. So
Oh, that's fantastic.
I'll hand that to you.
Okay.
Each one, it's a matching,
my
matching arrangement.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna go back behind the camera.
Like
Thank you. That's a very lovely gesture.
Yes, that's Beautiful.
Yes,
and then we can
my
pin it
mom
on.
is the pink lady. Yes.
Pretty.
Go. Thank you, Travis.
Thank you. Oh, look
Okay,
at that.
we're pinning them. We're pinning them on our
Let's put it on you.
mouth. Okay, well, I think
Right over there.
I think that then while we're getting these pinned on,
We have to pin these on.
probably not our forte. We need to get the wrist corsages, huh?
Oh, look. Oh.
Okay. I'll try
this
not.
is
I'll
gonna
try
be
not
a
to
trick.
stick
Yeah.
you. Yes. I don't know.
Let's stick it.
We're
Can
gonna,
I
I don't know if I'm able to do this from the
Yeah, can we
the
spin it
chair.
like that? Kind of.
Oh boy. I'm gonna have to do
I
it
know,
on
I'm
this
just
side,
like,
Mom.
okay.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah. These
Not
are
the
big
best pin.
pins. Wow.
Pinning those on there. Okay.
Okay, it's gonna poke into your chest all through the rest of it.
to pin yours on.
I don't know, but I think we can maybe even save it. How do we do? Okay. Okay for now.
I haven't done this since '89.
Oh, yeah. Why did you do it? Oh,
At prom in '89.
Wow, see, I'm not that old.
Okay. I'll give you a
What's out
pass.
for yourself, you mean?
Okay, we're gonna
all
pin.
for your kids.
We'll wait. We'll give that one
Right?
a break. So
go.
I'll let you take a pass until our break. We'll get some of the chat starting here. So ladies, yes, we're back. Let's get some talk rolling here. What are some of the most important things that you've learned from your mom? What have you carried over into what have you carried into life?
Holy cow, I want to start that one. Just how much hard work that is. How much, what a pain in the rear I was, you know, and seeing my son be that person, you know. Well, you know, I can see a lot of me in him, you know, where you're just defiant, you're going to be stubborn, I'm going to do it my way. And I'm like, no, you're going to do it my way. You know, we're having this fight. And I know I was like that to my mom. And now I think we get on more because I really understand where she was coming from, right, Mom?
Yeah.
Hey, you're listening to me, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a question for Afwa's mom when we get to that point.
Okay.
So for me,
know,
I
I know.
learned, I think, hard work from my mom.
Yeah, that too.
She's one of the hardest workers I've known. And even today, I think she could outwork any generation. This generation knows how to work hard. And I think our younger generation can learn a lot from that. So,
Yeah.
yeah, she's a very hard worker.
What are you gonna say?
Oh, I think sacrifice. I mean, I think until you have your own children, I just don't think you really know how much sacrifice there is until you are trying to bring up your own. I remember the hours that you and I spent in a car. I mean, I grew up in a very small town, so there wasn't a lot of opportunity for some of the lessons that you wanted to provide for me. So we spent hours in a freeway, on a car, but didn't want to miss out on things that were going on in the classroom either. So I remember changing into ballet clothes and carrying my violin case, you know, back and forth on the freeway. But I mean, literally going back and forth over the car seat, changing my clothes, but practicing spelling words at the same time, and you know, going up and down those lists and writing that and rolling my eyes at the same time, like I don't want to do this, but it is truly that sacrifice. And I giggle now, and I'm like, oh, I'm a tiger mom, but she was kind of a tiger mom too.
It's funny when you say in the car, because I have so many memories in the car with my mom. Like life lessons can be in the car. And I think as a mom now, that's hard when your kids turn 16 and get their license. Because you know that time in the car is kind of
gonna go
precious.
away.
And it goes away because they're out on their own. And so you kind of lose that time.
Well, I think all moms, like you spend so much time even chauffeuring.
Yes.
Because you just drive, everything is going to lessons, like the extracurricular lessons. And it's
And school for
and
us.
school,
That's a lot of
yes,
driving.
right. So whether it's going to school, whether it's to soccer, whether it's to dance, whatever it is. And I think probably, I don't know if was different for our generation or different cars, or I remember for a Monte Carlo. I remember our big blue Monte Carlo, and I know now, like with seatbelt rules and different things like that. it certainly doesn't happen now. And I can't even believe that I'm confessing this, but I think I was probably a booger picker. I don't know. Oh. I remember like hiding behind the car seat there. Or even like rolling up in the car window and sunning. Do you remember like laying out in the back of a car where you could like lay out in the whole back seat of a window?
I've heard that.
Yeah, or even in my grandparents' car, or you could even ride around in the back of a pickup truck. Or just,
that was fun.
You know how times have just changed, but we were even kind of laughing. I was a procrastinator. I can admit to that too. A last-minute craft project, and we used to have to plug in our old Oldsmobile car because it was a diesel. Why did I have to plug it in?
Yeah, because it was a diesel.
And
Something
So it
about
had to
the
be
battery.
warmed or
Yeah.
something. And
We can't ask these guys why you have to plug a car in.
Sorry. So I think I confessed at the last minute, like I had forgotten some, like, Mom, I have something due. Like, I'm sorry. And so she's like, oh. So we were racing up the road, and the car had been plugged in, and we were halfway up the road, and the hood of the car flies up because it had been plugged in.
And you didn't shut
And
it.
the cord was just going.
Oh, and there goes our flower.
Oh, I wasn't a good pinner. Sorry. Anyway, so yeah, and I can totally see my kids doing that now. Anyway,
Well, moms, what? I want to ask moms, what did you learn from your moms?
From my mom.
Yeah.
Um,
Good or bad?
Oh, she just would clean up after everything. She was just very, very clean. I mean, like, even after dinner, she would sweep the floor, wash the whole stove, and just was pretty organized. I came from a very, very big family, so.
Oh, did you?
Oh, yes.
how many kids?
14. 14.
Oh, wow.
Yes, yes.
And she kept the house clean?
Oh, very.
I even remember that.
She,
Oh,
and to this
impressive.
day, I get on my hands and knees and I mop my floor. I cannot stand unless I get everything I do. It's not clean till I get on my
Hard
hands
workers.
and knees. Yeah.
So on the other hand, I think I learned how to be clean because my mother didn't like to clean. And so like she would, you know, if I had friends over or whatever, I would do the cleaning, you know, because yeah, hey, you got company coming over, you clean the house. I don't care if it's clear. So I think, I guess kind of in spite of my mother, I kind of became the opposite. You know, so.
I think that happens
I think
sometimes.
so too.
Which is even from my grandma.
My mother was the same, cleaning. So it became a habit. You know, she would never leave anything in the sink. It has to be clean. So I do that all the time when my children are having a bitter.
So Apple leaves things in the sink?
All right.
I want to ask you though, how was it raising Afua? How was it raising Afua?
First one, it was hard.
It was hard.
I give her nightmares still, I'm sure.
Was she your most difficult child?
The one that she did, I still remember. We went shopping and she wanted chips.
And she wanted shoes?
Chips.
Oh, chips.
It's like,
Like potato chips?
like potato chips,
I don't like
Okay.
it because of the oil.
Back then she was
And
still
then
healthy.
Earlier, she was missing. I couldn't find her.
Oh.
And every mother was looking for their child too.
And I was how old? How old was I?
3 or 4.
Oh, okay.
She took all of them to the basement they were playing.
I found a basement in the store and took all these other kids downstairs somewhere.
So eventually we found them.
Oh.
And then she decided she wanted chips. And she couldn't get it. So busy shopping. And we have paid and we've gone about a mile. And I saw her going like this with chips in her hand.
Oh.
Did you pay for it? No.
She's a thief.
Klepto.
We have to go all the way back to the shop to pay for it.
Oh.
That was not
Maybe that was a good thing, a learning lesson for her.
Apart
No?
from that, she had a soft heart. Yeah, even in high school, she had so many friends.
Oh, I bet. I don't doubt that.
Needed, this sort of thing.
Oh, that's
She
fun.
wasn't a bad child.
She wasn't bad. She was just busy.
Yeah, busy herself. Yeah, she can't stop and still busy.
Yeah, she's busy. Yep.
And Stacy seems like a natural born leader. How was it raising Stacy?
Well, she was my firstborn.
Okay. Oh, well, there
And
you
then
go. That
3
makes
brothers.
sense. Okay.
And yes, she was a natural born leader. She told them what to do, when to do it.
Yeah.
She would get all the kids in the neighborhood and plan plays and make her brothers take part in it. And if they didn't do every scene just right, no, we have to start over. You didn't do it the way I told you how to do it.
I was bossy.
Yeah, she was a little bossy.
But I was your favorite daughter, huh?
Yeah, she's my favorite daughter.
I love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think she was kind of a born leader. Has tons of friends. Can't go
does.
anywhere that she doesn't see someone she knows.
This is true.
That's right.
What about raising Natasha?
Oh, she was wonderful. She was, for being an only child, she was very, precocious. I had a man hanging in curtains in my house one time, and he looked around. He says, "Is that her talking?" But yeah, she was really a good little girl when you only have one. But what surprised me the most was we lived on a farm without neighbors, and from day one, it was like, "Bye, Mom." I sent her to preschool. She was never a clinger. I mean, I knew she loved me, but she's always been a people person.
Right.
Always, always.
Yeah. So, and she talks about the farm and how many lessons she learned growing up
Yes.
on a farm.
Well, being an only child, they are spoiled materialistically, but she had jobs. Her dad worked out of town, and she's on the coldest day of the year had to go feed for her dad and in the snow.
Yeah,
and
she had responsibility.
yes,
And therefore she's very responsible now.
very,
Yeah.
yes, almost too much. Now she tells me the roles have reversed.
Sometimes. Maybe that's a fault. I don't know. Well, what do you think? I think most of that's true. Mostly correct.
Oh yes.
I think we're spot on. So what about physical attributes? What would you say? What have you taken on, do you think, most like your mom? Like, what do people say? Like, you look like your mom in this regard, or...
We've always been told we look alike.
Yeah.
So just
Yeah.
physical appearance, I guess. Is
Okay.
that what you're asking though?
Yeah, I mean, so it's funny, like, people will, sometimes people will say, like, we have the same person, like, does our nails, and she's like,
yes.
you guys have the same hands.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Or, no, or people will say, like, I know that I have my dad's toes, or it's just funny, like, what people will notice sometimes, because, I mean, we obviously look very much alike,
Yeah.
and we even have the same habits.
I think we do, yes. And we have the same taste in food and clothes and but not when it comes to the house.
Oh, yes. So what about your houses? Are they similar tastes?
Similar, yeah.
Similar in our houses. I don't think we have the same taste necessarily in clothes.
Like I wouldn't buy it for me, but then she always looks lovely, and then she always tells me how nice I look. So I think we appreciate each other's style.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And she can buy me things and it's spot on, and I buy her things and she wears it. So, right?
I guess we're good that way.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say with fingers and toes and stuff like we always get told we look alike, and then her oldest daughter always gets told that she looks just like her, and so on. And then I look at her oldest son. So that must mean you look just like me too. But she does not have my fingers or my toes, or but she looks like my face, I guess. But have different
What about you
physical
guys?
What about you
The
two?
eyes.
Oh, yes,
are kind
definitely.
of the same, aren't they? Because my dad has different eyes,
Oh, okay.
and so my other sisters have them, don't they? But yeah, she always had nice shoes. But I'm size 11, she's size 5.
I was gonna say, you're very, very tall.
Yeah, very in that respect.
Yeah,
so
she's very
people-
petite.
Yeah, and so I think people do a double take, you know, whether or not, you know, right?
Yeah.
They're not exactly saying, "Oh, you guys look like twins." We don't do it here.
It's amazing.
So, yeah.
Oh, wow.
But one thing that's really different is that she got married later, and so did I, and it was really interesting in that respect. We got married around about the same age.
Correct.
And I think, when you get to know something that your mother did, I don't know. I was
There's
like,
that connection.
Yeah, I'm always like, well, she got married late, so I can have more fun and then get married late and still have my kids, right?
Right.
That's what we did wrong.
She got married young, and then I got married young. Yeah.
So that's what I think. Anyway.
All right. Well, it seems that the fun is just getting started. Stay with us. Welcome back to our Mother's Day version of Studio Chatter. You can live with somebody for years, but you might not really know them very well. Let's see how well we know each other. Okay, let's get this
we're
game
gonna play
started.
this game. Let's see.
It's not like Jeopardy, is it? No.
It's kind of just like the newlywed game. How well do you
how do you
know your mother or
What
daughter?
is her favorite book? She borrows all of my books, so
Okay.
I couldn't name anything, and she'll be like, "Oh, did I read that? Did I read that one?"
Yeah.
I'll say The Alchemist.
Did I read that? I don't remember that
That's a
one.
good one.
I'm not sure if I have a favorite one,
Okay,
but
name one that you
I
love.
think the one that I remember the most is the
The Shack.
Oh, she got
Shack,
before
yes.
I said it. She got it. So yeah,
You loved
great
it so
book.
much that you gave that book to your friends.
Yes, I
Yeah,
did.
I remember
For
that.
Christmas
good.
presents.
Okay.
Oh, let's see. So here goes, Mom. What is her most repeated sentence or phrase? I know. Do you know it? Goodness.
Maybe even growing up. Was there one? Oh gosh.
Stop doing that.
Oh, maybe. Stop it.
Dare you?
Is it that one? Yeah. Would you say that one? Stop it. Don't.
Don't do it.
Don't steal that.
Say it. Don't.
Hey, clever last time to come in.
That was a tricky one, Could be lots of don'ts, do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Great job.
That's what
Very
she said.
good. Yeah.
Okay, so it's
So
B for
that's it,
her.
yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you. Oh boy.
Oh, it's a long one.
It is a long one. Oh boy. What is the most embarrassing thing you have done together?
Oh, can you two confess to that?
Together.
Interesting.
When you have to
No,
think, you're like,
together.
But Natasha has to answer that, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
In the car, clothes on or off.
Most embarrassing thing we've done together.
I don't think we've had
don't
any
know.
embarrassing moments.
Together.
Not together.
Are there extra ones so she can redraw?
Yeah, because that
Redraw.
one.
Okay.
If you can't
Yeah.
think.
Okay.
Looks like there's some extras.
What is the strangest gift she bought for you?
Oh, you guys are gift givers, so let's hear.
That's strange.
Maybe Natasha won't win.
I know, maybe not.
Well, those fish nets that I gave back to you that were all tied up,
Oh.
they were very strange.
All right. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so now we go the other direction?
Yes.
And she draws.
So
Yeah, you
Okay.
draw.
Oh, they are long.
Oh.
Okay. If today were the last day before the end of the world, how would she spend it? How would you spend it?
I think I know what she'd do.
So I'm at. Wait, she's
She
answering-
has to answer, and then you.
Have to agree
She has to answer it for me.
what she thinks.
What she thinks you
what
would
would you
do.
So you have something in
How
mind,
would
right?
you spend it?
Yep, I have it in mind.
Well,
Come on, channel. Come on, feel it.
Telepathy. I can feel energy.
Doing something with your kids.
Yes, exactly.
Shopping.
I'm a mom now. New Natasha.
New Natasha,
Yes.
the old one when I went
The other one we've gone
before the
shopping.
end of the
Yes,
world.
yeah.
Before the stores blew up.
Yes, but definitely now with the kids. Bless our little hearts.
Yes, Mom does know you.
You got one?
What is her favorite vacation spot?
Oh, you gotta know that one.
I know.
Favorite
And I'm not even your mom.
It could be one or the other. Yeah.
Vacation spot.
I don't know that. How do you know that?
That's my favorite. Where do I like to go? Where do I like to go all the time? Who do I like to be with? Oh, sorry, I'm giving hints. This probably doesn't know.
Does it start?
That's right, shouldn't I? Yeah. A holiday. Where do I like to go? On holiday.
France.
Well, that one, yeah. I did. This is true.
Spain.
That was before I got married and in America. Otherwise, where do I usually go? Yeah.
It all.
Florida.
Florida.
Okay, this better be a good one. Who is better at managing finances? Out of you and I? Me?
Yes.
Really?
We both got a point.
Oh, yes. And I would have thought you. If you're better than you must be really good, because this girl tells us about like
she
envelopes
does.
and everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I spent every last dime in those.
I taught her
Even
that.
still, that's amazing. Did you teach her that?
Well, I took that class, financial peace, and I told her about it.
Take
But
fancy.
see, she splits the money and puts them in envelopes, but she steals from one envelope to put them into another to fit her needs, and that's not what you're supposed to do.
No, it is. It's just you just shift it every you don't have a birthday this month, so you put that month. We're gonna go.
Yeah, I would be like the envelope thief. Yeah, it's all.
Yeah, we can't have cash at Aqua's house. She's gonna go steal. Oh, this is a good one. Who's the best cook?
Out of me and you?
Yes.
Neither.
One of us are.
She's better.
Okay. Yep, I am.
Okay.
I mean, you're.
Was you supposed to answer that?
I don't know, but we
You're
both
supposed to
knew.
say yeah,
that-
yeah.
Together.
I don't even know you that well, and she claims to not be a very good cook.
So what does that tell you? I'm just
She,
kidding.
But I
she
think-
learned all she knows from me.
But I would think that's not true, because she has said what she makes before. Okay, what's
This is
yours?
true.
Sorry.
Okay. What is her favorite pastime? What do you like to do?
You have to say it first. Oh, yours is read.
Reading? Do you like to read? Or is that because you're bored?
Reading.
You like reading?
So you both
But
love
when
to
she,
read.
but when she comes to mine and we're at work, you read.
They're getting all of our good questions.
Sorry, Sally.
Now you're going to get a difficult one.
I know, because you're the better cook. We like to shop. Come on, big money, big money. Okay, who's drawing now? You, me, me,
Yep.
Yeah.
me for us.
Yes.
What would she say is her worst feature? What is her best? Your best feature. Worst
Physical?
feature. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just your worst feature. I don't know.
That I'm short and
Oh, no, she's supposed to answer it.
But I think, but your best attribute, I'm going to say that instead, is that you're like, I think that she should have been an interior designer. Like she's like amazing at design.
And do you feel like that? Is that your best attribute?
yes, I love it.
She really she's just really good artistically. Was like a disaster daughter for that too, because she wanted to. Okay, another round. Okay, Because like even a coloring book, I like no.
And she's having a
And
panic
she-
attack.
oh,
Like, no, stay in the line.
Because she gets totally.
Get back there
And she
and
even comes
recolor
to my
that.
house and she's like, "Why is that hung like that?" I don't know. Okay, you draw. Okay. I have no skills that way.
What is her favorite treat?
Come on, you know this. It can be really generic.
The thing is, we
Steak.
haven't lived with our moms for
Steak?
Steak?
Yes.
Well, that could be true. Like, I know that the video hurt me for like a week. I am a carnivore, but if like steak, chocolate, we can go either way.
Yeah, chocolate.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Mummy, you take it. You take one. Is it? Who's good? Yeah.
Is she an early riser or a night owl?
You answer it.
You've been living with her for the last month, right?
I don't even live
So
there.
fresh in her mind. What would it be?
Well, is it now or
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
now?
Now. Yes. Now.
She's an early riser. Sometimes hardly sleep.
Oh goodness.
I was gonna say I can see you both, early riser and a night owl.
Yeah.
Like that, you probably sleep 5 hours a night. 4?
Yeah, so much to do.
3.
Oh my gosh, I would not function.
You remember what I
need
said?
8.
What did I say? Sleeps for the dead, right?
Exactly.
I would be dead because I need sleep.
Your mom's giggling.
Okay, what?
Oh, you're gonna love this one. I don't know how to do it though.
Oh.
I could do it a couple different ways.
Okay.
Imitate how she behaves when she is angry.
Oh my God.
It's either or it's
That was good.
I am a deep.
That's a good one.
Are you a deep sire too? Oh, I love it. It's too much fun. All right. Coming up next, more with our moms. Stay with us. Welcome back to Studio Chatter. Let's talk more about motherhood.
Yes, let's. I love the subject.
You're just enthralled in the pits of it.
I see children all day, and it's fantastic subjects. Really.
So really, like it has changed so
Oh,
much.
totally.
Some of the issues per se that we're dealing with now, like first world problems, first grade problems, third grade problems,
Middle school problems.
right? Like the things that we share with you now, the stories we tell you about our kids, our schools, the generation. How do you think that times have changed? How has parenting changed?
On the way back, I actually asked Mum, I said, what do you think has changed? And she was like, kids are not really disciplined as much. And you can really see, being a teacher, you can tell. I mean, she was also saying, kids answer back. And there's so many times in class I've said, really? Did you really say that? And they're like, or, if somebody calls your name, you usually would say, yes, Mrs. whatever.
Right.
Or, yes, ma'am. It's like, what? And I'm like, excuse me.
Right.
And so many children do that, and they look at you directly like, what's the problem? And I'm like, and then I stop the class literally and say, listen, I don't know who you can talk like that to, and you're 8, hello. I said, you will address me by Mrs. Daines. Let's do this again. Or I role play the whole thing again. Because I think we're almost losing that respect.
Yeah.
Now, educate us a little bit, because as I understand it, I mean, you're only allowed to do so much now too in a classroom.
Yes.
You're not allowed to
Spank.
Beat them with a wooden spoon.
Beat them like I think. I got that ruler. Put your hand out. You only need to do it once.
Now, And you have to journal it. Is that right?
Well, because we don't beat or anything like that.
Right.
Don't need to do the journaling then.
So
I'm not sure what happens. Yeah.
my mom, you went to school in a Catholic
Yes, I did.
school system. Okay.
Yeah,
So you didn't taught back, obviously, or you? I mean, you did get the
I bet
ruler.
They were very strict.
Yeah.
So did you get ruler?
Yes, and
yeah.
another thing, I had nuns for teachers. What they would do is really weird. Like they'd make you stand in front of a chalkboard and put a circle in it and stand on your tiptoes with your nose in there.
And you were in trouble.
Yeah, and the blackboard would be all wet.
From
From everybody's
you
noses.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I almost wish that, I would be okay to go back to some of that. And I mean, in your home, I think you can do things differently in your home or demand the respect. And I am quite okay with the spanking. I mean, I will spank the 4-year-old. I will spank the 7-year-old. I think it's, to call your elders by Miss so-and-so, Mrs. so-and-so, or Grandma and Grandpa, or Auntie so-and-so. I mean, it really has changed. So
We don't, it's almost like parents don't have time for the children. When they mess up, it's almost like, oh, whatever, just
I'm
to
on
get rid of.
Instagram. Let me get to that in a moment
Yeah,
or
right.
something.
Yeah.
Really.
We don't have time to, pose the question, why did you do that? What could you have done better? Why,
Okay, I
let
have
them
a
be
question.
in
Speaking
charge.
of names and stuff like that. Do you think it's disrespectful for a child to call a parent by their first name?
absolutely.
Yes.
I
Absolutely.
do as well. It just floors me when someone
weird.
calls their parents
my
by
sis-
their first name.
Yeah.
And so if you're doing that in the home, how can you expect them to treat their teachers any different?
Right.
See,
I demand that you
my
say
kids call me
Mrs. So
Stacy.
and so,
And I don't even care.
Yes.
If
You
you
don't
don't do it
care?
at home, they're not going to do it at school.
Oh yeah, no. There are just some things I think it's just upbringing. I know and I will literally never ever forget this. I was sticking out my tongue at my grandmother. We were at breakfast one morning, and I kept sticking out, and my dad said, "Natasha, if you stick out your tongue at your grandmother one more time, you're going to get a butt or a boot in your behind." And I went. And I remember getting dragged, and I did. I got the boot. It never happened again. And sometimes it only takes that one instance. And to this day.
To this day, you still don't stick your tongue out.
I don't. I do not. I just. And maybe that's what it is. I don't know if it takes an instance like that. I don't know if it just takes that demand of respect or what it is. But
What about the time? Do you think back when you were raising your kids, parents spent more time with their kids, or do you think they spend more
that's what
time
I'm
with their
saying,
kids
yeah.
now?
Oh, I think they did.
Yeah, way more. And the fact that there's more mothers working, having to work, it's two people working. But and even after you come back from work, you're so tired, you don't want to have that time with your kids, your own kids.
What do you think?
I think we spent more time in the olden days, because it seems like to me nowadays all you are doing as mothers is running your kids to and from, to and from, to and from. They can't be only in dance a couple times a week. Okay, they've got to go to dance on Tuesdays and dance on Wednesdays and dance on Fridays and baseball on Tuesdays and baseball on Thursdays, and then heaven forbid they have a Saturday free.
You're right.
I mean, I think parents nowadays overschedule them with activities. Therefore, they don't get the one-on-one with their parents. And if they do, like you said before, it's usually in the car. And the kid is so stressed by then, and the mother is so stressed by then. I don't think it's quality.
no, you're right.
Yeah.
So what about grandparenting time?
I'll talk grandparent.
Okay.
I love being a grandparent, and I love being a great grandmother.
She is the epitome of a great grandparent. Like, I remember writing in my journal, my mom did this for me and my kids today. I need to remember to do this when I'm a grandma. And there's still things that I think of, like she takes each individual kid, quality time. She writes them letters. Like, I could go on and on about her grandkids are everything to her. She's such a good example with that.
Oh, and never a burden.
Oh, never.
When they
In fact, I used to call Stacy up and say, "Can I take the kids overnight?" And she'd like be in tears. What? Ask you, you know?
She'd say, I'm going to pitch a tent. Can I take the 2 kids? And I'm like, and as a young mom, you guys know. You're just like, yes, if I only can have 1 kid tonight and you have 2.
Right.
It just is such
And I
a
would
blessing.
just love to do that.
Well, we waited forever for our grandkids.
So you feel the same
We're
way.
building a new house, and Grandpa is doing a splash pad special for the kids.
just for the kids. They
Welcome
live and
them.
die for their grandkids.
Yes, and Barrett plays cards with Grandpa all the time. I went down Saturday, and she was cross-legged up on top of the bar, and they were playing cards.
Yeah.
And so, but she's one too that's very visual, and she loves my Victorian house. She'll like go sit out on all the chairs, and she gets mad when we don't eat on china, doesn't she?
She does love it.
Yeah.
Paper plates and china.
But that's so fun to see that difference.
Well, I have special little forks and knives for them. And they
So
love
I was just going to say that my mom, even though she's like, you don't mind me telling them your age, do you? So she has travelled she used to be a nurse, and for every single grandkid, she's got 16, she came for the birth. And I think and stayed with us. That was the biggest thing, you know, because some people's mums can't be there all the time, and she's been able to retire, and for my last one, she was there to see it pop out. It came early at home. Wow. And she grabbed it, my last born, literally.
That's special then. 16 grandkids.
Yeah, she's been there for every. So she's gone to Utah, then Florida, and then 2 in England as well. So.
Wow.
This has been so fun to get to know the 3. Well, I guess I already know you.
All the mommies. Yeah, lots of fun. Well, this almost didn't happen. So
Yeah, that's right.
yeah, I
we
mean,
had
it's
to
really
reschedule,
yes,
and
it's really kind of amazing that this happened and that you're here visiting and then
about to go.
yes,
Yeah.
and then you took ill and almost didn't make it
And drove all the way here from
Mesquite, yeah.
Well, we live in Nephi actually,
Right.
but
you're-
yeah.
But then you were
traveling
away back and forth, and
So-
yes, and you're local.
And you just
so
came
thank-
down the street.
Down the road.
So thank you.
That's amazing. Yes, it
Thanks for
was. It was
coming.
meant to be. Thank you so much. So much fun to learn about everyone and
Yes.
yep, and their moms.
Yeah.
There's more studio chatter on the way. Wow, we made it again. What did we learn today?
How much we love our mums.
Yes, we love our moms a lot, and that you're a dirty little klepto.
Yeah, I like that one.
Just kidding, but that was a fun story.
It was, yeah.
Mom's sacrifice, it's the biggest role in the
It
world.
really is.
They wear so many hats. We wear so many hats.
Yes.
I mean, every day is a different challenge. It's a different, you just never know. You just really never know what you're going to
I
get.
think when my mom comes to stay and I think of all the things she's done, and then I'm trying to feel that, do the same thing, and I can't because I'm like pooped by 9, 10. I'm like, I can't do this. She goes, come on, time to do the dishes. Now let's see what else you need. I'm like, what? Why should I? I'm all like, why should I? It's because that's what, woman's, back then a woman
It's
did
changed.
certain things. Yeah.
Roles have changed.
They really have. And I'm all like, well, why should I? I work too, I do this. But, again, is it like the child, when you're parenting a child and you're seeking that respect, am I being respectful of my position?
Yeah.
Or am I shirking it and saying equal rights and why should I, I still Yeah, I'm a mother. We're all mothers, and I think
And being a mother includes doing the dishes,
Yeah.
and sweeping, and doing the laundry,
yes.
and running them around, and cooking.
it is.
You actually have to cook as a mother. Maybe these
bit.
teenagers are like, no, we'll never cook, but
that's-
it's kind of
yeah.
part of the role.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you know, it was really interesting to hear their perspective too on how things have changed or generational. Like, I even loved your mom's opinion on time. You know, how she said nowadays, you know, we're just, I guess her take on the time in the car, it's because we're so busy and it's running them from here and there, and they're stressed and we're stressed. And it's true, like maybe we are doing too much, or maybe we should just take a breath, sit back, and maybe
make a change?
Maybe make
Yeah,
a change.
that's right.
Maybe who
Reevaluate.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because who's dictating that?
Right, exactly. What do
The
we-
mom.
Society.
Yeah.
We've talked
the
about
mom,
that before.
right?
That, moms are the ones
Do we
that
have to do everything?
sets the tone.
Yes, I know. And I'm
It's
just
hard.
Like,
It's not an easy job.
It's
and
not.
you have to be in tune. You have to be the leader of the family, in tune with
Yes.
yourself, in tune with your kids, know how to discipline, be mentally sharp,
All the time, yes.
but then also physically able to chase them around, because you're at the stage of chasing. You're at the stage of being mentally challenged at every different level
Yes.
of teenagers and youth. And
Yeah, 8-year-olds. Wow, that's fabulous, though.
The hardest role you'll ever love.
That's right.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's
Let's remind
Day.
everyone about the book.
Yes.
The Great Alone. Is that
Great
what it's
Alone.
called?
Yes.
I forgot.
By Kristen Hannah. Oh my goodness.
A fantastic
It's
book so
yeah.
far.
Okay,
We've
good.
started getting
So we will
into it.
talk about that in June.
Yeah.
So
Really
everybody,
good.
one more month to read the
Yeah, The
Great,
Great
Alone.
Alone.
It's really
Kristen
a fantastic
Hannah.
read. If you can get some reading in the month of May. I think May is as busy and as expensive almost as December.
Oh really? Why?
Graduation.
Graduation, Mother's
Mother's
Day,
Day.
my birthday.
We've got it
and then, like,
marked. Yes.
Right.
Flowers, like for the yard stuff, new bark.
Yes.
Summer
Good
things, like if your
point.
kids are
Yes.
growing and they need shorts. I just always felt, and then you have end of year stuff.
That's
I just
true.
always felt like, oh my gosh, May is tough. So
Good point.
good luck to all your mamas out there trying to get these kids
all
to
Keep
and
up the
fro.
great
That's
work.
Happy Mother's Day. to
Yes.
people.
Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you. Yeah.
Love you all. Thanks for being here with us. We hope you enjoyed the chatter. Tell a friend about us.